Hello.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Izzy.
Good afternoon, Izzy.
How are you? I'm happy you're all here. Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day to you, Izzy.
Happy Women's Day.
What are people celebrate yet? Okay. All right, so I see for now we have 14 members. Let's make 17 and we can officially start. Is that okay? Monica, is that okay? We wait for 20 people and we start? Or we should start right away? Oh. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Today, we are celebrating two things, actually. That is the International Women's Day, which is celebrated every March. And we are also here to launch the Yes Girls campaign for this program, which I'm going to talk about it shortly. My name is Isabella Namsoke. I am the Young Leaders Advisor on the National Board. And for today, I'm going to be our moderator. We have a fully fledged team of people that are going to be sharing with us about our campaign and about the YESS program. So that is a little bit about me. And I want to thank everyone who you've left everything that you're supposed to be doing and you've spared your time to come and attend this Zoom meeting with us. I also want to thank people who are joining us from the different social media platforms, those on Facebook. We appreciate you. And so this is how our agenda is going to be. We have prayer, and then we'll have introductions, and then we shall have discussions from the panelists, and then we shall have comments from the viewers. Then we shall have the official launch of the Yes Girl Can campaign, and then we shall shine a light on the victims. We shall talk about that more, and then we shall have the official closure. So we are going to be here about an hour. I hope we are all going to attend up to the end. Yes, so that is it for now. So at this juncture, I hope we are all together. Is everyone here? Can you hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, Izzy, we can hear you.
Okay, that's awesome. So I would like to request Janet to please lead us in an opening prayer and the one stanza of the Girl Guides anthem. The song. Janet, please.
Let's pray. Dear Lord and Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for enabling us to meet together. We pray that all we discuss goes all well. Through Jesus Christ our Lord, amen.
Amen.
Our way is clear as we march on and see our flag on high. We
It's never flood
throughout the world, hope shall never die. We must unite for what is right, for friend.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you very much, Janet, for leading us in. I would like to know YESS program is about. Okay, so YESS program is Youth Exchange South to South, which is one of the programs that is run by the Uganda Girl Guides Association. Uganda Girl Guides Association is also a participant. It's currently in about 12 countries in Africa and Asia Pacific region. So every year, the Girl Guides send a group of girls to different countries that host the girls for a period of 6 months. They learn their the country's best practices for the Girl Guides of that country. And when they come back, they share with their home country what they have learned from that country. In that way, we are able to share the best practices, to also better ourselves as an association, to better ourselves as a world movement. So the YESS program, as I said, Youth Exchange South to South. The YESS program currently, because of COVID, we are not able to send girls to different countries. So this year we are going to do in-country program, and we have elected a task force, and in this task force there are teams. We have the advocacy team, and the responsibilities of the advocacy team is to run the campaigns that the girls are supposed to be doing. And one of the campaigns is the Yes Girl Can campaign, which is the reason we are here today, to launch officially the Yes Girl Can campaign. And then we also have other campaigns like the Red Pride, we have the Green Tech. We shall talk more about that. And then we also have the communications team. The communications team's duty is basically to improve the visibility of the association. And then we have the capacity building team. We're going to be involving a lot of young leaders and the leaders of Uganda Girl Guides Association in the different districts. And then we have the COVID response team. You know, we are in the times of this pandemic. We have to cope and survive it. Yes. And then we have also the recruitment team. We are interested in our organization growing. We know that we are not the only ones. We don't want the association to start and end with us. And then, yes, those are the teams. So for the past 4 days, there has been the 4 days challenge for, I don't know if you've been seeing on social media, the theme for this year's International Women's Day is I choose to challenge. So what are you challenging as a girl guide? What are you challenging you as a person? What are you challenging? What are you going to show the world that you have overcome as a person and as a woman? How have you helped another person? So this actually launching this campaign comes at an opportune time because the girl guides, the Yes Girls are saying we choose to challenge forced marriages, which is the topic for our Yes Girls Can campaign. All right, so at this juncture, I would like to introduce to us a team. We're going to be having a focus group discussion today, and we have put together a team of very intelligent people that are going to be leading us through, and they're going to be directing the discussions that we're going to be having today. So we have about 5 people, and these people are knowledgeable, very knowledgeable about the topic that we are discussing today, and they're going to be taking us through. So first on the list we have Florence Musoke Nakamia. She's a teacher from Kampala Parents. I'm going to invite Florence to introduce herself in just a minute. If I mention one of the panelists, I give you a chance to tell us more about you and what we should expect in a few. Okay, so Florence, if you're there, please unmute and say hello to us for a moment.
Okay, thank you, Izzy. It has started raining here, so the network might not be very good, but hope I'll be able to catch up. My name is Florence Musoke Nakamia. I'm a teacher. I am a girl guide and a guide leader at Kampala Parents School. I am a mother of 3 boys. I'm happy to be here to celebrate the Women's Day.
Thank you, Florence. We are happy to have you too. Thank you. And the next panelist is Musinguzi Afra. She's a student at MOOBS, and she's also a young leader. Afra, please say hello to us. We thought it important to have a group, to have a...
Hello?
Yes, please. Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, yes, Afra, we can hear you.
Hello, hello everyone.
Hello, we can hear you.
Yes, my name is Musinguzi Afra Murungi.
Hi.
I'm a student.
Hi, Afra.
Hello? I'm sorry, my network is a bit shaky, but I'm going to work on it.
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, my name is Musinguzi Afra Murungi. I'm a student at Makerere University Business School. I am a strong girl guide. I am a young leader. I am part of the communications team, and I am proud to be here. And you should be expecting some strong views on forced marriages, on students, and the effects that it has on students and their life and their lives that proceed ahead.
Wow, thank you, Afra. We're happy to have you, and we look forward to the discussions that you're going to be having. So our next panelist is Mastula Chisache. She's the accountant and procurement officer at the Uganda Girl Guides. She's going to be our advocate for girls today. Masi, please unmute and say hello to us.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Masi.
Good afternoon.
I'm an accountant by profession. I do some procurement as well. I'm a prevention profession. I've been working on the alcohol project for some time now, and we are doing a lot of advocacy. And if you talk about alcohol, definitely you're talking about child marriage and all that. So I'm happy to be here and happy to be part of this team. Thank you.
Thank you, Masi. We are excited that we are going to have you is actually experienced with this. So we look forward to hearing more from you. And then we also have a young leader, and that is Regina. She's a teacher trainee at Chambogo, and she's also in the advocacy team. Regina, please unmute and say hello to us if you're there. Regina, are you there? Regina, I think your microphone is muted. Okay, that's a little better. Yes, we hear you. Hello, we hear you, Regina. Okay, so that is Regina is having connection troubles, but I hope it can be fixed and ready when we're going to be having the discussions. Thank you, Regina. We look forward to hearing more from you. And then last but not least, we have our mother. And as I said before, we decided to get perspective from different people, from different angles, to have a more focused discussion and different opinions from different people. So last but not least, we have our very own Chief Commissioner, who is going to be our mother today, and that is none other than Mrs. Annette Mackay. Please unmute and say hello to us.
Yes, hello. Do you hear
Hello.
me?
Yes, we hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. This is Annette Nambuya Makai. I'm a senior education officer, but to be specific, deputy head teacher in City High School. I'm also a guide leader, and at Girl Guides, I'm the deputy chief commissioner. I'm happy to be part of this team. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. I think we have heard from all our panelists now. Are we excited? Is anyone excited yet? Have you seen the vibrant team that we have put together? If are you there? Monica, are you there? Are we ready to have this discussion now? Are we ready? We do this the golden way.
Yes.
Thank you. Are we ready?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Exactly. So we are ready. We are ready to have the discussion, and all panelists, thank goodness, they're all available by now. So our next on the agenda is discussions. Our first question from the panel is going to go to, none other than the advocate, Mercy. Please tell us why people just can't say no to child marriage. Tell us about forced marriage. Tell us about forced marriage and why people can't just say no to it, in your own opinion. Thank you. Mercy?
Thank you, Izzy. In my own understanding, forced marriage happens when girls or young women are forced into getting married, or they are coerced to live with men as their husbands. Are you hearing me? Where I am, it's
Yes, we hear you very well.
Okay, so girls are coerced to get married or to start living with men as their husbands. Usually this is happening to young girls below the age of 18, and it's also happening to young women. For example, we have university girls, that age group, and some of the reasons why girls are being forced into marriage or why we have child marriage. First of all, when you look at the poverty levels among many people in the African continent, we're specifically looking at Uganda, we know very many parts of the country where the poverty levels are so high. And usually parents look at the bride price as a way to come out of poverty, thereby forcing their girls into marriage. Then also the illiteracy levels. There is a lot of illiteracy out there. People are ignorant. They don't know that it is very healthy for girls to stay in school, grow up, and then eventually, if they wish to get married, it will be their choice, not the choice of the parents. So the illiteracy is also a contributing factor to child marriage. Then we have beliefs and customs. In some communities and some societies, it is a belief that when a girl gets their first period, they're definitely forced into marriage. They believe this person is of age to get married. So such beliefs and customs have also driven very many young children and girls into marriage. Then we have social and religious practices. In some religions, for example, in the Muslim society, child marriage is very, very much out there because it is a religious practice for them. So there are very many reasons for child marriage, but it's up to us as advocates to see that we fight it and prevent it. That's all I can say for now. I think another person can add on. Thank you, Izzy.
Okay. Thank you, Mercy. That was quite elaborate. This would like to answer. Florence, give your comment about forced marriages.
Okay.
You
Thank
educate us.
you.
Yes.
Thank you, Izzy. Please allow me to have my video off. Maybe the network will be better. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, it is really raining heavily here. Okay, I'm honored to be given a chance to say something about forced marriage. It is something that is serious in our communities. What is forced marriage? To me, I would first break it into two because this one is forced marriage. We need to understand, before we understand what is forced marriage, we need to know what a marriage is. We need to know what is a marriage first. And we all know that a marriage is a union of two people who volunteer to come together. And to be specific, a man and a woman, okay? These people agree to come into union as husband and wife. That is marriage. So that means that if we are talking of forced marriage, a forced marriage, this is a union whereby one or both parties have not consented, whereby this union is against their will. Either of them, either one of them or both of them. This can be adults or this can be really children. So forced marriage does not cater for only maybe young girls. They can be even girls of age, but the moment the union is against their will or it is without their consent, then that one is forced marriage. As we know that, yes, this forced marriage can be under the legal age. Usually it is done with girls and boys of underage, and in Uganda, to be specific, 18 years of age. So you don't expect girls or boys to go into marriage below the age of 18. These forced marriages usually happen due to pressures. So anything that is done under pressure, that can be emotional or financial or cultural pressure, that is forced marriage. That one it will not be legal marriage. It is forced because you go into under pressure. This can be emotional or cultural or financial. Sometimes this marriage is done under threats. For example, if a young boy and a girl have been in a relationship and one of them gets, maybe the girl gets pregnant, the boy can be forced to marry a girl, not because he wanted to marry at that time, but because he has been threatened, maybe he's going to be convicted, then he's forced to marry this girl. Sometimes girls have been raped, which is very unfortunate. And one way to hide the shame is to force them to get married to these rapists. That is as one way of covering up. So that is forced marriage. It can be, it sometimes is the will of the parents, by the way. It's not their will, but because the parents, maybe this family, they are friends, maybe they think those two families can be together when their children get married, and they end up forcing their children into marriage. So whatever the circumstances, so as long, pardon?
No, we hear you well.
Okay. So I was saying that whatever the circumstances, whether it is under threat or because of pressure, what we need to know that forced marriage is a violation of a human right, of human rights. Actually, it is a human rights abuse because God gave each one of us a right of choice. Choice is a gift that God gave to each one of us, that we choose what we should do. And more so for this particular case, marriage is something that you are going to be into for the rest of your lives. It comes with strings attached. You'll have children, or this is a union mostly of a bigger time of your life. So you should, as a human being, take a choice. So anything that takes away your right of taking choice in this particular case, marriage, is forced marriage. And in Uganda, mainly, people think maybe people fear to lose reputation in society. For example, I can give an example. When someone, for example, a girl, I'm talking of now a girl who is of age and is ready to get married. This girl has made a choice that, you know, I want to get married to this particular man. But if the families think that this particular man X is not a man maybe of their class, their family, they can choose to give another partner for this young girl because they want to keep the reputation of their family. And as Alia said, that families want money to stay together because they think maybe their families of the same class. Some families, some parents fear their children to get into sexual relations. Like, okay, instead of my girl getting involved or my boy getting involved in sexual relations, let my girl get married completely. But when it is against the will of these particular individuals. So forced marriage is something that we need to come up and talk about and sensitize both boys and girls in our communities, and know that it is a human right abuse and we have a right to choose partners as individuals. Thank you very much, Izzy.
Wow. Thank you, Florence. I think that was quite insightful. You've answered the question. I hope we are all at par and we are picking something from the discussions. So right now, then our next question, we're going to ask Regina to say something about the topic too before we can go to our next question. Regina. Regina is our young leader. And she's also on the panel today. Regina, please. I hope your internet. Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Regina, we hear you. Hello.
Yes, thank you. Yes, good afternoon. Thank you. My network
Good
was poor
afternoon.
because of the rain. Hope you can hear me now. But
It's
I'm
okay.
glad to be here
Yes,
with you. And I'm really excited to see this happening because I know very many girls have been forced into marriage. Even if a girl is 25, she's not ready to get married, but she ends up getting married because of several reasons. But I think now that we have come up as ladies and gentlemen willing to save girls and ladies, we can do this together. Men and women can come out and save girls from getting married when they are not really like when they have not consented to this marriage, because I know it affects a lot of people, even the children they give birth to. If your mom and the dad were not willing to be together, it cannot be happy. You can't live happily. So, yeah.
Okay. Regina, are you there? Okay. Thank you, Regina. Thank you. I think we lost you a bit, but whenever you're ready, you can come back. So my next question will go to our student, that is Afra. Afra, please answer us these questions. What do you think are the motives behind forced marriages? To the people involved and the parents or the guardians of the girls. Please tell us more. What do you think are the motives behind child marriage?
What I think the motives are behind child marriage, first of all, I would like to start with the most obvious one, like the previous speaker had talked about, saying that some families would like to keep the bond within, okay, they wouldn't want to their daughter to marry someone that is not fitting for their family standards. Say like a very rich Muslim man. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, say a very rich Muslim family.
Yes, we hear you very well.
It's common mostly in Muslim families where they say a very rich Muslim family does not want their daughter to marry a Christian entrepreneur. They would obviously set their daughter up for a richer, say even a Hajj who already has like 3 other wives, and they bring her in a student, moreover, to be the last wife, right? So they want that bond to keep on in their family. They don't want to, I don't want to say crossbreed. So that's why they would force their children into marrying according to their own standards that they have set. Then I would also like to say for the money, for the richer, some people are not really wealthy. They don't have much. And if such an opportunity presents itself, saying a rich man wants to offer you like 5 cars and a house to just to marry your child, your school going daughter, and you are poor at home, you don't have sugar, you don't have salt, I think any sane man would jump for that opportunity, for that opportunity immediately. So this is how some girls get trapped into those kinds of situations of forced marriage. Then I would also like to say, when this should I say, some families do not want their children to marry in a certain caliber of people. Should I say the high class and the low class people, okay, the middle class and the high class people, they don't want their children to get out of that should I say, it would bring some kind of embarrassment to their family. So they would rather have the brother choose their child. And even take, for example, the royal family. The royal family, of course, the girl has to get married to someone of the next royal family. And these things really cause a lot of mishaps to students. Moreover, I want to take, for example, depression, because there's high rates of depression. Girls are depressed because they don't get to choose. They don't get to make a choice of what they want in their life. They are driven straight. So we even have examples of girls here at school who they know, me, I'm just studying here because it's what I'm supposed to do after high school. But I know immediately after I graduate from this degree means nothing to me. I already have, and they're not even men of their age. They're usually men older than them. And these things are really traumatizing to girls. So they say, my degree is not really worth it. I'm going into marriage, and of course I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. It's rare to find that ladies who go into students that go into forced marriages to like older men. It's rare for them to continue on with their further studies to get something for themselves in life, because once they have reached in that marriage, it is that's usually it for them, just giving birth and staying at home without I'm not saying it's not about it's about it's, I'm not saying it's it's a bad thing to stay at home, but I'm saying maybe they wanted some other things in life, to go out and work and interact with their fellow peers and get some opportunities they would have otherwise missed. Yes, I think that is my view.
Wow.
On the cause.
Wow. Thank you so much, Afra. Yes, thank you, Afra. That was a great rest. I think, ladies, we are now appreciating the kind of people that we have chosen to be on our panel. And I hope we are learning things and also picking things here and there. Please, if you have questions, make sure you note them down. We shall have an answer session where we can ask our panelists and they shall respond to us accordingly. So our next question will go to our mother, our chief. Chief, if you are there, the question says, what are the signs of a forced marriage? Because we could be in the community, as the previous speaker has said, as Afra has highlighted, we have the students or friends and relatives. So how can we see that this person is in a forced marriage, or this marriage is actually being forced? Chief, if you're there,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Izzy. Yeah, now some of the indicators that someone is in a forced marriage, find that there will be a lot of domestic violence where this girl will be either harassed or beaten every day. So you find that someone is not happy, but is just there for the sake of being there. And then when you look at such girls, most of the time they are also lonely. They will be in a community where there are many people, but then they keep to themselves. So meaning that they are when in people, and they keep wondering, why me? And then when you find that they'll be married, this girl will just take it that I have done your parents a favor. And you find that most of the time they are not cared for properly because they are taken as property. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we hear you. There's a little breaking, but we can hear you.
Yeah, it's raining and I think the network is not very clear. Then you also find that person who has been in marriage will always be people around.
Okay, Chief, maybe you can mute the video, and maybe the network will be better if we could just hear their voice.
And all the time they show few indicators. Were you people hearing me?
You are breaking, but we could pick something. Maybe you can mute the video and just. Okay. I think we are having, Chief, we have lost you, but thank you. We had gotten most of the points. So our next question is going to go to Regina. Regina, are you there? Yes, Regina, our question to you
I am
is,
there, Izzy. Yes.
Yes. Our question to you is, how can we prevent forced marriages? We as girl guides, as young leaders, as people in the community, how can we prevent? How can we prevent?
Yes, Izzy, thank you for the opportunity and thanks to everyone who has contributed so far and those that are yet to come. But my idea as a young leader, as a girl, as a sister, and a soon-to-be wife who doesn't wish to be forced into marriage, I would say the first thing we need to change is our mentality or our thinking. Because like the previous colleagues of ours have been saying, that why people get into forced marriage is because of that archaic mentality that our parents have, that maybe the best thing this girl can do is getting into marriage. The best thing this girl can do is being in the kitchen and the bedroom, just like we have already had it in the past. But if our parents came out or if our communities changed this mentality and believed that girls can do something better than marriage, girls can do something other than being mothers, and girls can do something maybe in the business, in the political arena, maybe in any other sphere apart from marriage. I think it is one way we can help ourselves, we can help our communities to fight against forced marriage. Because this is where you give a girl her right, and when she feels maybe she has exploited her life in the economic area, maybe in the business arena, she has had the fun, she has seen the value of getting married, she will come out and say, because we have seen ladies who get married at 30 when they can proudly say, I had done all I wanted to do and I avoided fixation. I've now chosen to come and get married. And they have become best mothers. We have seen girls at 20 who decide to say, I am first going to the university, I go for masters, or maybe even any other thing, but they come out openly and they get into marriage. So if we change our mentality, all of us, the parents, the communities, even the girls themselves, because at times you find even the boys in the community think the only thing that lady can do is being married. Even at times our brothers think, this daughter or this sister of mine can do nothing. The only thing she can do is getting into marriage. So he goes out with friends and then decide of how you get married. But if we change our mentality, even these beliefs of the culture or maybe the beliefs of the religion that you see, for example, I see in the Muslim faith, we have seen you find a girl who is 16 years, who is 15 years. I'm sorry to say, but most times in the Muslim place, those girls get married when they don't even know exactly what to do. They don't know even who they are getting married to, but because she has faced her peers, she has seen, they know she's now worth being a mother, she gets into marriage. So if we change those beliefs, if we became like flexible, when we are no longer rigid like before, we can save our girls, we can save the communities, because forced marriage doesn't only affect the ladies that are forced to get married, but it even like challenges the men they get married to. Because if you marry someone who doesn't love you, trust me, the world will be different for you and your children. And then another thing I feel, if we skill our girls, even if a girl doesn't go to the university or doesn't go to the best school, but if our girl has something as a source of income, because we have realized that one of the reasons as to why girls are forced into marriage is because of the poverty rate in our communities. But if our girls can earn something, maybe we have seen in the current state, girls can even do bricklaying, girls can do carpentry, girls can do plaiting of hair, girls can do bakery. Like in the current world, there is nothing a girl can fail to do. So if we came out and skilled our girls, if we came out and decided that as a girl, I need to own myself, I need to earn my own money, then we shall find no need of forcing our girls into marriage. Because even the parents, if they took the responsibility of knowing this child is our responsibility, not the man's responsibility, the parents will come out and decide, they will come out and say, our girl needs to be safe, our girl needs to be employed somewhere or find a source of income. So they would help this girl get the skills she needs so that we can do what? Save them from marriage. And then I feel it is also getting back to the men, because I think also men need to sit and understand what ladies need than marriage. Because you find a good man or you find a prominent guy in the community, for him he feels he can own everything around the village. And we have, like, just like the commissioner saying, that because of the reputation amongst the families, they feel the other man should marry our daughter, or the son from the other family should marry our daughter to save the family's reputation. But they forget, how about this girl they are sending into this marriage? You're minding about your reputation as a family, but do you mind about this girl that is getting into marriage? Because high reputation also matters. We are saying we are setting girls as a preventive measure, because I realize that some parents think that now this girl is 16 years. If I leave her to get into 24, she will have done a lot of things. So to stop her or to prevent her from the sexual relationships she can have in the long run, it's to force her into marriage. But I feel girls can also save themselves. Girls can fight against these things. Family planning has come in. The problem is when you find a guy who has taken virginities over 20 girls, but they expect to marry a what? A virgin. And you ask yourself, how about the other 20 virgins you took? Where are they going? But if we came out and understood that our communities have changed, our communities have become different, because even if a girl got pregnant when she doesn't wish to, or she didn't wish to get pregnant, mend her, get back to her. You can find she gets a better man, not this father. It is not automatic that when you get pregnant, you're supposed to get married to that very what? That very man. Because at times maybe it was an accident. Now we have realized that maybe at times it was even rape. But because we do not accept that a girl can be raped, or we are saying that that is an excuse, she's giving reasons as to why maybe she didn't protect herself. But if we understood these girls and gave them the chance, because you see, maybe if a girl had skills and she gets pregnant accidentally, she can look after her baby, and maybe years to come, she decides whether to get married or not. Also, a man needs to sit this girl and find out, is she willing to get married? Why would you force a girl to get married to a man because of your reputation as a family? How about the reputation of the family she's saying to have? Because we realize that even her, she's getting a family out of her. So I feel we need to get back to the limelight and we understand what is real this thing that we are fighting against, and what are the achievements are we getting from forced marriage, which I think there is nothing as an achievement out of this. Thank you.
Wow, wow. I think we want to clap for you, but we'll clap for you at the end, Regina. Thank you for those wonderful words. I personally, I have learned something, and I hope all our listeners from the Zoom, from Facebook, from from the YouTube, that you have picked something from these discussions today. So our last but not least question goes to all the panelists, and first is going to Mercy. You as an advocate, what do you think we can do as girl guides and people who can advocate for things? What do you think we can do to stop forced marriages? And all the panelists, you have a chance to answer this question, so be memorizing the answer as Mercy answers. Mercy, please.
What question, please?
Yes. Mercy, are you there?
Hello.
And also, yes. Yes, Mercy.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Izzy. And thanks to all the previous speakers. As an advocate, I think it's very, very important for us to empower the girls and young women out there to speak up. We all know that very many girls are going to school these days, like Afra said, they're at the university, and at the end of the day, they're being forced to get married to rich men or rich guys in Kampala and everywhere all over the world. But the main reason is because they can't speak up, they can't speak out. If father says you're getting married to this man and marriage was arranged even before you were born, the mere fact that you can't speak up, you'll end up getting married to that particular man that has been arranged for you. So I think it's very important for us to empower our girls with life skills. We need to empower them to be very assertive. We need to empower them in such a way that they can negotiate with their parents. If they're telling them you're getting married to this gentleman, they should bring reason to them. Let them tell them that you educated me to be better than what you're telling me right now. So empowerment on speaking up is very, very important for us as girl guides. Since we're already in schools, I think we are taking other way is by
wow. Thank you. We lost it.
Pardon?
Wow, I think
Hello?
we lost you a bit. We lost you a little bit.
Are you hearing me now?
Hello? Yes. Yes.
Okay. I was saying that we need to engage stakeholders. There are different stakeholders that are involved in this. We have the parents, we have the girls and women themselves, we have faith-based organizations, we have community organizations, we have the civil society like the Girl Guides, and we have other policymakers from the government, the local leadership in the districts and sub-counties. So it's important for us to work with all these stakeholders, because as Girl Guides, even if we say no to marriage, we don't stay in these communities every day. If we are not working with the community members, if we are not working with the faith-based organizations up there, it will be very hard for us to push our agenda. So we need to work with the communities, we need to work with the parents, the police, the girls themselves as well. It's important to engage everyone in the community. And lastly, I think it's important for us to have economic support or incentives. We need to do a lot of lobbying. If we lobby for these incentives, then we are empowering the girls not to be very, very dependent on men only, or to be dependent on marriage as something they can rely on. That way they will be able to make their own money because they will have incentives to help them out. Thank you very much, David.
Wow, thank you, Mercy. Wow, we can only pick the wise words from there. Thank you so much for that insight. I'll request the rest of the panelists, when you're speaking to us, please turn on your camera. People, it's more enticing when we are seeing the person. Yes, Florence, you as the teacher, what do you think we can do to stop forced marriages in the schools? You know, the things, and you can even hear some of your students talking about them. So what do you think, you as a teacher, what do you think we can do to stop forced marriages?
Thank you, Izzy. The issue of forced marriage, are you getting me?
Forced marriage. Yes, we hear you.
Okay. I was saying that the issue of forced marriage really demeans an individual, whether a man or a woman or a girl or a boy. So it first of all, I think begin with empowering these children whether boys or girls. First of all, the girls will be more confident about themselves, knowing that their life is not only about marriage. They can do other things. They are capable of doing other things, not being something before they are ready. Secondly, even these boys that we have that are going to grow into men, they need to be taught to respect the women, to respect the girls, because if parent exposing a young man to marry a certain girl, this boy will say, I can't take somebody who has not accepted to go with me. So that means this young man is affecting the girl or the woman. And maybe lastly, these post marriages, usually there are parties involved. Of course, the parents, sometimes even religious leaders. We've watched on TV where people have come in to report religious marriages, religious leaders conducting religious marriages of children who are young without the consent of these two individuals. So I think we need to sensitize even religious leaders to know that before I carry on this message, I need the consent of these individuals, not only the parents, but first with the individuals who are getting into this marriage. The moment the girls are empowered, both actually boys and girls, the parties involved, like the religious leaders and even community leaders, then I think we shall be able to curb this vice or this bad habit of forced marriages in our communities.
Wow. Wow. I think by now we have realized how much work we have to do as the YESS girls, as the Uganda Girl Guides, as leaders in our community. Through the discussions of the panelists, I hope now you know the gravity of the work that we actually have to do. So in just a wrap up, one minute each, Regina, please tell us any last comments, just in a minute, please, so that we can now receive questions from our participants. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Izzy. But I feel almost the best thing we can do is about understanding what marriage is. The way our families have always told us not to go into marriage where you're not produced, where the man has not taken you to church. It's the same way they should tell us the evils of forced marriage. Almost everywhere we find people preaching about family planning. We find people talking about how you can plan for your family, the natural methods, like fisher methods. So I think it is high time we find billboards talking about the evils of family planning, the evils of forced marriage, how terrible it is when you're forced into marriage, the repercussions of forced marriage, and basically knowing the value of us as ladies. If you know that you can be a good wife, if you know you can be a good mother when you decide as a person, then you'll be willing to stand up for yourself. You'll be willing to skill yourself so that by the time you get to that age, you're ready to get married to the person you wish to get married to. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Regina. That is why the YESS girls are coming in to talk about this issue. And we realize how important that is now. Afra, please, just in a minute, any last comments? Your last words?
First of all, I would like to say that us as the Uganda Girl Guides and the YESS Girls, what we should do is, first of all, to continue what we are already doing. Because what we're already doing is already reaching girls in remote places. We're already equipping these girls with knowledge about things they already didn't know. So if the more we continue to add strength into what we're doing currently, and we add on this message in whenever we travel to these places, I think we can get across to the different girls. And then and people might not believe it, but clubs at school usually really affects the way a child is at school. So I would say we would encourage girls to join clubs that join clubs that tackle issues like this, that help them tackle issues like this. For example, the Girl Guiding and Girl Scouting clubs, debating clubs, the writing clubs, clubs that, you know, that make girls assertive, that make girls knowledgeable and are able to know what is wrong and what is right, and learn how to speak out for themselves. And the rest, would say that we continue to move along, work along with church leaders and mosque Muslim leaders, community leaders. If they know that these marriages are bad, and the issues that come up with them, they will not go ahead to accept to take on these marriages. I think that is all I have to say.
Wow, thank you, Afra. I think now, yes, the Girl Guides really deserve a pat on the shoulder. And so our next, I would like to invite our chief to please tell us, as a parent, any last words on how we can stop forced marriages, how we can prevent forced marriages, and what we can do as Girl Guides. Any last comments, please, Chief?
Yeah, thank you so much, Izzy, for moderating, and to all the listeners. Now, as a parent, the fellow parents who are here, I wish to tell us that we need to provide environment where our children are free to discuss with us. And some of these cases come when you don't have that free communication with the children. So when they say you're getting married because you cannot talk back to your parents, you also go along. But then if there's that free environment where I can negotiate with my parents and say, but daddy, mommy, should I really marry at this time? Then they'll also be able to negotiate with the parents. Then also, it is important to empower the girls with information. Somebody already talked about it. It's good to know where to report. In case I'm being forced to marry, do I just go? Yes, I need to know that. I can report to the police, I can report to the community leader, or even at school, I can report to my teachers, and I'll be able to be helped. And then economic someone to have something. So poverty is one of the main causes of forced marriage. But if the girls are empowered with the skills, even making pads, you Girl Guides have been teaching girls how to make pads. You make pads and then you sell them to others. So I'll be able to get some money, and that will be able to sustain me. And then above all, there is need to sensitize. The girls need to be sensitized, the parents need to be sensitized, the community leaders need to be sensitized, so that the issue is handled at all levels, so that it's not left to one party. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Chief, and thank you so much to all our panelists. I think they deserve a thunderous hand clap, but we're going to do it the Girl Guiding way. Janet, are you quite free? Do you have a stable connection? Please give our panelists a special clap, one that everyone can share in. Janet, are you there? Hello? Okay. If Janet is not there.
Izzy, I have something to say before you move on.
I would request today and clap for our panelists. It seems everyone is quite occupied. So the rest of us.
Izzy,
yes, please.
Izzy, before you move on, I have something to say, something small.
Yes.
Okay. as an advocate, I just wanted to say that it's very important for us to note that for us to do this kind of work, we need resources. Those resources as Uganda Girl Guides we already have. But I would encourage that we join hands and work as a team because we are all pushing for the same agenda. So if we use the resources that we have together with our hands joined, we shall create a bigger impact out there. Because as we are speaking about alcohol, saying stop alcohol consumption, definitely all the people who are consuming a lot of alcohol because they are forced into marriages will stop. Then if people talk about gender-based violence are also saying no to GBV, all people who are doing this GBV because probably they are forced into their marriages. So we need to join hands and we shall take out a bigger message out there. Thank you, Izzy.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mercy. Thank you. Thanks to everyone. So right now we're going to for our list. I think we all know this one. When we say Kalabanda, we say 1, 2, 3, 4. Kalabanda, 1, 2, 3, 4. Señorita, if señorita, we clap 10 times. Is that okay? Are we there? Hello, are we there?
We are there.
Yes, we are there.
Yes, we are there.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Kalabanda. Kalabanda. And señorita. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating in that. So right now, I know we have been saying very important things, and some of us have been having questions and, burning to say something. If you were about to say something or you had a question, this is the time to ask. Please ask anyone or ask any question. Ask something that you need highlights on. So the floor is open right now. I saw one of our senior members around, Dr. Eunice. Do you have anything to say about forced marriages or about anything that you had today? I have seen our very own Madame Catherine is around too. Madame Kathy is the YESS project coordinator. Kathy, if you have anything to say about the YESS Girls or about the YESS Girls campaign about forced marriages, please say something. Say hello to us also. Yes.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
This is a discussion on marriages. Actually, you brought the issue so well, and it looks like you did a lot of research about that topic. You are excellent, and the moderator, you did a great job, my dear. You are good at that. Otherwise, I have nothing to add on to that. You've said it all. And then in addition, let me thank Makai for sparing time to come.